Hey y'all, it's Charlotte's Closet. It's Charlotte's Closet. Let's take the love, let's get it started. Let's step into Charlotte's Closet. Keep it sexy, cute and curvy. Then step out like you deserve it.
Hey y'all, it's Charlotte's Closet. It is Fashion Week in New York City, and it is only right that I take on the future of fashion by bringing into the closet the future, the man, the myth, Mr. Viral himself, Fleet to Go of Y Generation. He is here today, and I'm glad to be able to pin him down, you know, so we can get chopping up during this Fashion Week. Looking real fly. Looking real fly. So I just want to jump right into it. Like, you know, you're a super talented guy. You know, I know you your whole life.
Right.
So you could have did anything in the world. Why did you decide to go into fashion? What was your motivation for that?
I feel like it's in the lineage, you know, of the family. I feel like all of us was just like born on just some like dressing. We love getting fly, we love dressing. You know, that's our thing. So I feel like fashion is easy for me to jump into because of who my parents was, who my uncle was. You know, everybody, you know how life goes. Like, it's in the lineage.
It's in the lineage. That's it. That's the cool answer. It's in the lineage.
Right.
I'm gonna take that cool answer. You sketch, you design. What is your best piece that you've done so far? You think?
Oh, man, I did a lot of stuff. I'll say for me personally, I like the strap buckle jacket that I made, and this was like probably 2017 or something like that. We came up with the strap buckle I did. I still haven't seen no brand do it. I've been waiting to like produce it, but it's so hard to get manufacturers to actually, you know, make it the right way we want it. You know what I'm saying? So, but the strap buckle will be like my most significant.
So that's something that you want to see mass produced out in the world. You want to see more people running around here in the strap buckle jacket.
Yep.
Oh, I got that. Okay, strap buckle jacket.
That's it.
You know, if going viral was a person,
right,
that would be you.
Right.
What in your fashion career could you consider your most viral moment?
Most viral moment? I think it'll be when I did. I had a 27 look show at Holy Apostle Ballroom. I feel like that was the most viral moment. It didn't go as I planned, how I wanted it to, like as far as the model picks and everything. But I put my all into the pieces and the work. And I just felt like it was like the most viral I ever did as far as the shows and stuff.
So it was a 27 look show. How long did it take you to curate a 27 look show? I mean, like from idea, from inception to the end.
The idea was already there. Like my brand is like the idea was already there. I can say that. But as far as the actual pieces and coming up with everything, I stayed in the house the whole summer just working on it. So it was like in September. So like when summer was over, when it got to like September, it was right around fashion. It was right around this time. And yeah, so it took a I didn't
come out of whole summer.
No,
Did
like
you miss the summer? Did you miss it?
I didn't miss it. I didn't really care for it. I didn't care
for
it.
Your dream.
Right.
You can't worry about going outside. You can't worry about the turn up. The turn up is fun, but chasing your dreams, there's nothing like that high of chasing your dreams. What does Y Generation stand for?
Y Generation is just Generation Y backwards.
Okay.
So you know, Generation X, Generation Z. The generations that we are born into, Generation Y is what I was born into, so I just decided to turn it around and be one generation.
Make it Y Gen, so you want to know you was born in Generation Y, but it's still like Y. I like the way that's sounds. I see the clothes that you design, they have a message on them. What do you want people to get when they're looking at your design? What do you want them to get out of it?
I want them to get the future. I want them to get right now. I want them to get everything out of it. Like it's all on what they see with their eyes. But I definitely would want them to understand that I'm going to the future and I'm trying to protect the future as well. So that's the main thing.
Protecting the future.
Yes.
So what you protect the future from?
Just any impurities in life, like just the stuff that we can't protect ourselves, like what we don't like. All right, so if I had somebody that was thinking for me, like as far as like let's protect the kids and let's protect the youth. Like that's what I want to save them from anything that they can't see themselves.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Because you've been there now, you know.
Right.
And I think with each generation, it becomes a little easier to look down and protect them because you're the generation that came after me, and the life that I had, I wish I had someone to protect me from that. And at the same time, as you grow and you evolve, you want to be able to stop somebody from jumping in front of a moving car or just making those same mistakes. So I mean, I think that's admirable that you have the future in mind, because I felt like when I was younger, nobody was really thinking about the future. I think everybody was thinking about themselves, and I think that this generation, your generation, even though y'all the bowers, I do think that you guys are more free with expression, and y'all don't take shit from people, and y'all take up space, and that's what I like. Like, I feel like when you're out and about, and you're in different rooms, because I see you all the time, and in different rooms, and there's different races, there's different things, but you are able to maneuver around that, and I feel like that's because you know who you are, you're comfortable in your skin, and because how we raised you, like that's just the whole. You know that you can walk into any room and no one is better than you. You know, people may have more money, people may have more position, more prestige, they may have the design selling for higher, but they're not better than you. They are just different from you, and I think that that's what puts you apart from everything else that you have going on. And you were talking about protecting the future, but I want to double back to the past. So in your picture with Dapper Dan, the man,
yes.
Who was your design inspiration from the past?
Okay. Who was my design inspiration from the past? I'll say Ricardo Tisci.
House of Tisci, okay.
Yeah, Ricardo Tisci. Of course, people like Dapper Dan because he recycled clothes. Not recycled clothes, but he did different things with things that was already there. You know what I'm saying? And I like to do that as well.
To the reconstruction. Right, he did a reconstruction. And I think that, to just piggyback off that, with Dapper Dan, his stuff was hot back then, and it took Gucci 30 fucking years to come around and then pay him for his designs, but he held out, and he paved the way for you guys, you know what I'm saying? Because right now, I feel like, especially luxury and high-end streetwear, that's the takeover. That's the newest thing out right now. You know, I'm seeing on a runway, they got do-rags and all this stuff. Back then, that's all we could afford. You got $2, you put your do-rag on, so that's it. So I feel like, we as a culture, we can make anything great. And I feel like, whether it's $1 or $1,000. So, and I always feel like, it's always someone ready to imitate and capitalize off that. They don't want to give us what we're supposed to have, but they want to make their stuff to look like ours, and then go out and sell it for 10 times more, and then get mad when we call them out. See, that's what. Have you ever felt like you saw your designs places?
Yeah, definitely, plenty times. Like it's so. Yeah, I just take it what it is because nothing has never been thought of. You know what I'm saying? So. Like I just take it like that. I just create more. That's what it makes me do. I don't really dwell on it or anything like that. Other people tend to speak for me sometimes when they see certain things. So
they get mad at you.
Yeah,
because they feel like you should get your just due. Because even though you're the king of the baths and Mr. Viral, you are humble. So I think that's probably what give your friends and people want to be able to stick up for you when they see your designs. Your Pop Smoke jacket. I feel like I saw it get like 500,000 views, maybe a bit. Like I'm in and out. And how did it feel for you to be able to memorialize the world and rapper through fashion? Like, how did it feel for you to be able to do that?
For me, it was big. It was one of the biggest things that I did as far as me going viral to concerned. It was definitely one of the things that took me to plateau. But it also was like I felt a way about it, even having to do it because he was just here. Like one of the times that Fabi had seen him, he had on a strap up jacket. And this is before I even met Possible. He was like, "Yo, that's Free to Go jacket, right?" Yeah, Fabi told me like
that Free to Go jacket.
Yeah, so like it was tough. Like it was tough doing it. At the same time, like it was like I just happy I'm the person that first did, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you were the first one to do the jacket. And it could be, therapeutic. I feel like the value is not on the lives of young black men.
Right.
And the fact that I think that he was cut down in his prime,
Right.
it's just so fucking sad. Like,
Right.
you know, I see, you know, right when you're right there, and that's why, you know, we gotta be more conscious of what we do, what we post, the location. Even when y'all out with y'all friends and stuff like that, I do feel like somebody should be around just because everybody can't be determined. So you gotta have the one friend that don't drink. You gotta have the one friend that can get y'all home. You gotta have the one dude that can take the charge because you don't know what's gonna happen.
Right.
You need to have somebody that will be able to see what's going on, to take the charge or do whatever it is to make sure that they're protecting what's fueling you guys as like a whole, as a unit, on how you guys are moving around. So, you know, it really is. Rest in peace to Pop Smoke.
Yes, rest in peace to Pop Smoke.
I feel like it's just so repetitive, like, rest in peace to Nipsey, rest in peace to Big, like, you know, even from, there's a generational gap between us, but like, rest in peace to Biggie, Pac, like, and it feel like Big said it best, like, nobody until somebody kill you, you're not, because you don't get a chance. Even Nipsey, just all these people, they didn't get a chance to see their music soar to the heights. Like, I'm sure Nipsey never thought that the way he would have been in Staples Center. Standing room for his memorial, like we gotta do better, you know. Not to get on my soapbox, because that's not what this is about. It's Fashion Week, as y'all can see, because you know I had to put my fashion on for my NYFW. You know, it's Fashion Week.
She's looking very
so,
good.
you know, listen, I had to bust out the feathers, and you know, I had to bust the feathers out for the devil. You know, when he said he coming, you know, I never know what I'm gonna get with. You know, I may get, you know, a little sparkle, and you know, you brought some pieces today. This is the Roger
Yes. So these are my latest mission statement T-shirts from my pop-up shop. I had them. I did the pop-up shop on my birthday. That's the date that's on the sleeve, and it has the mission statement in the back of it. I can read it for you.
Yeah, I would love that. Yes, I would love that. We don't get black men reading mission statements. Read the mission statement.
Mission statement. This is basically signifies my brand, basically. So it's the cultivation of our generation's political, technological, and artistic experiences. We are the experimental generation, ignoring the norms of our forefathers and moving to our own rhythm, genuinely seeking out our passions without monetary value being of major importance. The goal of our gen is to protect the future by any means necessary. Education and cultivating the power of our peers and youth is what allows the gears of our gen to run seamlessly.
Right, look, you know, everyone cheering the showers right there. That's what I'm talking about. Now I gotta take a moment, like, this boy. This is what it's about. Because it's one thing to have a brand and to sell a shirt and to do stuff like that. It's a whole nother thing to have a mission and to live it out in a purpose, exactly, and intent. Because this is what's called intention. Because as you set your intention with your mission statement, everything that you have right here is already written. Once it's written, as it shall be. You already know. Once it's written out, the universe got it, and this is why you're catapulted to these new heights. You know, I got my own brand too now. Don't sleep. My brand is Crew Love, and it just represents all my crew. That's why the name of this show is Crew Love, because you know I have different crews from, you know, mothers from across the globe. Like I have different crews. I got my designer crews, I got my killers and my $100 billers, I got my legal crews, I got different crews, so that's why the name of the show is Crew Love. And I'm your roving reporter. I go from place to place, catching people in their natural habitat and letting them tell their stories, bringing realism to media and preserving like our visuals, our words, and our stories. Because I think even though we have this Instagram and all of that, social interactions sometimes get lost and things get lost in translation. Because if you're looking at your IG, you see they think you're just a turnip king. Nobody's thinking like, hey, he has a whole mission statement. You see that? It is the cultivation of generational, political, technological, and artistic experiences. Black creatives, like that in itself is just should be moving. So when somebody see you, a young kid, they want to draw, they want to design, they see that protect the future, they feel like, damn, he's for me. And you know, one of my always I say, you're never too old to learn and you're never too young to teach. And that's why you know, I feel like I flow seamlessly from generation to generation.
Exactly.
You know, I'm already knowledge.
Yeah.
That's just the chameleon in me. But
Exactly.
it's always about teaching, and knowledge is something that no one can take away from you. Like your knowledge of design, like knowing exactly what it is that you want to do, don't know what you don't want to be. You know how to be grew up, so you know you don't want that. You know, and knowing how you have to have the decision and you have to have the tenacity to push forward. Even when I know people was like, "Ooh, so ass," you know, I know, so ass, you know, put some stereotypes on you and stuff like that. But now they want a T-shirt. Now they want to see you on a PJ. Now they want to be like, fully left good. Nah, you can't take everybody where you're going, and where you're going is the future, and that's another reason again, like. We gotta tap in. We gotta keep connected with our future. We gotta keep connected with our men and our women. We have to have conversations. We have to know what we're selling, what we got. Because if you, how do you know what's out there if you're not trying to see what's out there? And you gotta open yourself up. You can't just turn a blind eye. Oh, that's Generation Y. So I'm definitely like so super proud. And not only are you a fashion designer and an influencer, fly ass guy, you are the official stylist for Big Drip. See, you told me that. Big Drip, Fabio Farmer. Did I say it right? I said it right? No, see, look, that's all OG, so y'all gonna have to listen. Big Drip, I know I can say that right. You are the official stylist. Tell me about the life of being a celebrity stylist. What's that about?
It get a little hectic at times, but it definitely get a little hectic. But I wouldn't trade it for nothing, man. I like being around Fabi. I like, you know, doing all the things I get to do. I get to travel the world. I get to meet new people, and also I get to put a look on somebody and just express my creativity through another way. So that's what I love it. I like it.
I can tell that you love it. You know, and that's what that's the other thing. It's something to be said about your dreams unfolding and doing what you love. Because you can tell when someone loves the job they have. You can tell when they fucking hate it. Like when you go to a job, you say, "Can I help you?" Or "Hi, can I help you?" Or you can definitely tell the difference between love. That's like people that cook and stuff like that. I guess we just gonna cut that arm out because arms come in, you know, the arms come in with the drink, the arms come in with the drink out here, but we still want to keep on pushing. We were talking about you being a celebrity stylist. I just think that that's just like awesome because some things that may not be for you, and it gets to get seen and photographed, like all of again. What's the best place you've been to so far as you've been traveling?
Or
the furthest?
I'll say the best place.
There's so many places.
Not a lot. I mean, I had the most fun. I feel like LA is like my favorite place to go. Like,
you're also trying to get me moved there. You've been trying to get me moved there for 10 years.
LA is the place to be, especially for somebody like me that's trying to network and get, that's a city of angels. Like, so there's a lot going on out there, and LA is it, man, for me. Like, I had my most fun with Fabi and everybody and the gang out there. Like, we did so much stuff. I was out there for like Grammy weekend. We went to like Meek Mill party. I seen Hove. I seen everything. Like, it was just like,
it was looking like, we lived in the mall.
Exactly.
Spent many years in Boston projects. So I know it was definitely surreal to be standing in those rooms and just knowing, like, because I feel like people are light workers, and I feel like you always try to bring people to motivate them and be like, come on. And that's the trait that we have similar. And you can't bring everybody. You would love to bring everybody to the top, but I feel like there's also the reach back element. I see where you're going, and I know when you get there, that's where your hand is definitely going to be back to pull up because that's just the code. The G code. You know the G code. You know it. It's been a greater use since you was definitely the G code.
G code.
You got to toast to the G code. It's just such a pleasure. Like, I would not think, like, doing my show at this time that I would be capping off my Fashion Week issue, talking to my own nephew who is just like out in the world, like really doing big things. Like, his collection is so dope. The way that he it's just everything. And I think that we have to be more kind and give more flowers to our creators. I think that what we was taught it's not what it is. I think that we were taught to like go to school and go to college and do that. Yeah, it's fine, education, and I'm not speaking against education, but we also have to be able to dream and create. I think that for Black people, I think it was like so much a cultural restriction that we wasn't allowed to express ourselves freely. So that when people see, that's how I feel about Willow and Jada Smith. I said when people see them being so free, they don't know how to take it. So they're calling them their little widows and stuff like that. But there's something to be said about being free. That's how I feel about like Jay-Z and Jay-Z here. You can't tell me nothing about them locks, baby. PZ here get paid. Those are freedom locks. There's something to be said about freedom of expression, and I think that that's what you do in your clothes. Tell me something that no one would know about you, not even me. Tell me something that no one would know about you.
I'm pretty much an open book.
How open?
Open, man. Jesus.
Yeah, I don't think I have to think questions.
No, that's good. I mean, I feel like people probably would think that I watch TV and stuff like that. I don't want. You know, I don't have to say it. Yeah. I don't watch TV. I don't get into entertainment like that as much as people would think I do because I'm in the entertainment business and stuff like that. But I really don't. I get all my inspiration from just how I feel about life and things like that. So like everything comes from within me. I don't really look outward for certain things because honestly, it's all filtered anyway. Like it's like it's good to get inspiration, through television and through things like that. But everything comes like inward and then out.
So you take it in, it comes in, and then you express it out, and how you feel. So.
Like us Virgos, our brain is going a million
miles
per hour.
You can't, and we have the gift, and that's no shade to all you Tauruses and all the rest of y'all. There's no shade, no Sagittarius. Okay, but Virgos we're perfectionists. Right. We're very creative and we're very empathetic, and I think that we're successful. Like some of the most successful people in the world. Listen, Kobe, Young-Foye, MJ all day. Since the club, I'm always Kobe. It's Virgo season. Like this is our time. But I think that we do have a vast creative mind, and I just think that it's great to see you. And tell me about your partners, and tell me how long our generation's been in existence.
In existence, well, I got my partner Maura, twin Johnny right here. My partner Jay. He helps like more so with finances and things like that.
I know that shit gets expensive. And it's hard, and I feel like some of these companies and some of these people that like capitalize off the high-end streetwear and stuff like that, they could throw y'all some dollars.
Definitely. We did so much creative things like as far as like we done sent stuff to Nike, Skechers was going to, the creative designer was going to hire you one time, but it just didn't fall through. I don't know what happened. But definitely, we looking for those hands, but if we don't get one, it's okay.
That's it. Listen, you know what James Brown said? Nobody give me shit. Open the door, let me get it myself.
Exactly.
Because you don't have to pay the buy nothing back. So that's what's really fucking important. You don't necessarily need a hand up or a hand out. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Just show me where it's at, and I can definitely go get it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because I feel like I don't bring problems, we bring solutions.
Right.
Damn, it is Fashion Week in New York City, and I'm talking to Free Go, Cool Love. He done stepped into Charlotte's closet to come here and let us know that he is really the future of fashion. They are here to protect. They are here to protect the future. And I'm just really like I'm not gonna lie, because I watch you. You go to school because you come in with your sketches like, I'm sketching, I'm doing this and that. But I am just floored. Like I'm looking at this and I'm looking at the norms of our forefathers. And that's what you guys definitely are doing. You are breaking down what's considered to be the norms. And just because someone says it's normal don't make it okay. Like, the clothes, the designs, the structure, everything. I feel like it fits you and it fits on where you're going. And that's why you are the future of fashion. I mean, what's next for you? What do you want to see? What do you want to do for Project? What's next?
What's next is to have my own fashion house and so the next time we do this interview, we like, you know, we in Paris somewhere.
Talk your talk now. Talk your talk. Because you know my team is right there.
Exactly. You know,
Shots.
like, that's the thing, to do a big show for Mercedes-Benz or for WWD or whoever, like just to get bigger. That's the main thing. Like I said, it's obviously it's to protect the future and all that stuff, but I do want to have my brand out there.
Right. It's all about raising brand visibility and raising your awareness and vibrating on a higher level. You know.
I wouldn't be mad. I'm not to cut you off or anything, but I wouldn't be mad if I stayed underground too, because I like to connect with.
Personal style is one of the purest forms of expression. What does your personal style say about you?
I'm free to do what I want. You know, coming from where we come from, RT, Bradley's, Brooklyn, the hood. Period.
We lived the whole Brooklyn, right? We lived in Flatbush.
Yes.
Oh, it was so crowded. We ran from there. We ran to Marcy. But they was just like us.
Right.
But really, no, your personal style.
So yeah, it just say I'm free. I'm a free black man, man. Like I don't.
Talk, man. Talk.
I don't care what nobody think about me, what nobody gonna say about me. I'm free. I like to hang around people that's free as well. Like I like to
free thinkers.
Exactly. Free thinkers, free expression. That's how I feel. That's my personal style say about me. Like I said, coming from where we come from, it's like a stigma. Like I used to walk around, like coming from fashion school, niggas look at me, people look at me like I'm crazy. Like yo, like what are you?
What are you doing, right? What are you wearing?
This is how I feel today.
Right.
This is how I feel today.
That's how I dress. You know, I dress on how I feel. I felt like fellas today. I'm fellas today.
That's it.
And for me, I feel like I'm a nonconformist. Like I don't buy anything that is I don't buy anything that's in style. I buy stuff for how it makes me feel.
Right.
And I dress on how it makes me feel. And I think your style tells a lot about you, because I feel like when someone sees you, they take a mental snapshot. And if you're a pooper, you're a pooper. Like, it don't matter. You know, you can wear $10,000 worth of clothes. If you can't carry it, you can't carry it. That's just what it is. If it ain't in you, it ain't in you. That's just the way it is. So I can get the freedom from your style. Like and it's something to be said for being a young, free black man, doing what the F you want to do, when you want to do it, designing clothes, ripping runways back and forth, going here and traveling the world. Because I know, again, from whence you came, so I know that it was in your dreams, but to see them come true, I know that feeling, it's nothing like it.
Not like it.
It's nothing like it.
For sure. Definitely not like it. I feel like me being able to see just certain things play out, even though I didn't reach fully all my dreams.
Right, of course, honey, we still dreaming.
Yeah, no, we still dreaming. Like the dream never stops. Honestly, it just keep getting bigger. The dream keep getting bigger. You don't stop going to sleep. So there's no way the dream
bigger and the vision.
You know what I'm saying? So like it's definitely. I thank God every day. Like I'm blessed to be doing what I love to do. I remember when I was going through like some of my toughest times in life, and I was focused on fashion. You know, all my mans and all that I grew up with, they out making money, doing this, they doing that.
Flossing, crazy. Too much.
I just had to take the time to really do what I love to do. Because if I don't love to do it, then I'm not gonna it's not gonna do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying?
It's not going to motivate you to reach so it's about reaching your fullest potential.
Right.
And that's really what it's about. But what you feel it is, not for what other people say.
Right.
That's where we get it fucked up. We have to worry about what people think. And once you start, like me, I'm a nonconformist. I'm a nonconforming rebel with a cause. That's why I have my show, Crew Love, and I go to my different crews, because I feel like these are the stories that need to be told. Yes, Fashion Week is here. It's the 20th anniversary of 9/11 and all of that. But I still want to see more shows, more YGs. I want to see more plus size models. I want to see more black designers. I want to see younger creators. I want to see the envelope being pushed forward, and I want to see us not being raped for our culture and just give us a little bit, like, you know. And if they don't give us a seat at the table, we got to build our own table. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're sitting here right now. You know, because I feel like the visibility is not there for creatives of color. So if I don't see the visibility, I don't see us on the TV, I don't see us where we should be, then I'm compelled to go forth and do that. And this is something I wanted to do 20 years ago. But I had to get an epiphany and learn that, especially with this pandemic, You're never too old to dream a new dream. You're never too young to teach. You're never too old to learn. And Donda. I know you was at the Donda experience, and I want to know, what was that like? Because I feel like for the last 2 weeks, the world was on tilt waiting for Donda.
Right.
Tell me about it.
That was definitely one of the highlights of my fashion career, going to meet Kanye West. Kanye West definitely inspired me in a lot of with music, just creatively.
You know, he made Jesus walk, so you know.
Yeah. He definitely,
and that is Donda's son.
He definitely inspired me to do a lot. So when I was able to meet him and see him in his atmosphere and me be a part of his atmosphere, me helping out Fabi get whatever he had to do get done or whatever in the process of how he does things and stuff like that, it was inspirational. Like I came back wanting to create more, wanting to do more.
That's the best type of trips.
Yeah,
you came back
I came back like I got to go viral. Like I have to go more viral. Like this was insane. Like so like as far as like what we did out there was like so we would start the day off like breakfast or whatever the case may be. Breakfast like 12 o'clock, whatever. You know, everybody get to the stage. You know, you had at the stadium,
right?
Yeah. So we were staying at the stadium. He had studios.
So y'all stayed at the stadium?
Yeah, we were staying. Like some days we would stay. Yeah.
Stay at the stadium with Yeezy.
Nah, yeah. I was out there for probably like 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks. Yeah. So he had beds in the studios that we had. So it was just nonstop work. But it was like refreshing though for me because that's the type of person I am anyway. Like
we work nonstop work.
I told you I sat in the house all summer and created that 27 show. So like that for me was like my, you know, I was right at home to be able to do that.
Right, you was in your element right there.
Yeah, I was in my element. I was
there.
definitely in my element. So we start the day like eating brunch, whatever. Talk. Everybody's at the lunchroom. You know, he didn't want nobody to be different from nobody, so everybody had to wear the like uniform or the same.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, everybody, like it don't matter. Travis Scott, no matter who was there, they had on. Everybody had the same thing on. So you couldn't even. It wasn't really
like if you trying to flee. It's no sunning over here.
No sunning. From 12 and we'd do brunch and then we'd work up until 6 o'clock. We eat dinner. We was on like a keto diet, so we was only eating like, you know.
You was keto?
It was keto. I even like that. Like I like that part about it. Like just changing up my diet for just those couple of weeks was like, all right, just open my mind up to just different ways.
So open right.
I was into
but you was elevating. I feel like you in that type of energy because Kanye has that genius energy, and I feel like when you were down, you said Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Fabi, I said it right. Fabi.
Lil Yachty, Don Toliver, Partisan Fontaine, Vic Mensa, The Baby. Everybody was there. Like, everybody was there. I met everybody. Like I literally met everybody. Like everybody was there. And it wasn't a place where I could be like, oh, I got a jacket, I do this, I do that. So it was more so people really getting to know me and I'm getting to know them.
Person, right? Because y'all always wearing the same thing.
Y'all doing the same thing.
I like that. I feel like that concept, like he leveled the playing field.
Yeah, he definitely did. Because you might be somebody like me who's a up and coming person, and if I would have came in dressing or doing anything, people would look like, all right, well, we don't know who this kid is.
Right, who you think he is,
Exactly. Being that we always in the same thing, it was like, everybody was the same. Like we all here for one goal to make the album. You know what I'm saying? So
you did the brunch, did the keto.
Yeah, we did the keto dinner. Then we had work till 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock we had Bible study. I went to every Bible study. That was a good part.
Come on, Bible study. Jesus walks.
Yeah.
Come on, Bible study.
He's serious about what he's doing as far as that is concerned. As far as his religion and his faith in God and all that stuff. He's serious about like.
And did y'all have Sunday service?
No, we didn't.
It was just more Bible study,
It was just Bible study because it was like he was
working really hard.
Yeah. So Bible studies was good. The pastor was good. Like I got a lot of less like. I'm not a religious person or anything, but I'm definitely at my faith in God. Yeah, I'm spiritual.
Right.
So like just to hear like the stories in the Bible and just how like how relatable it is and how the pastor was putting it, I was like, wow. Like I took all those Bible verses and everything that we learned out there. I took it back home. Like I'm gonna use these for my everyday life. You know what I'm saying? So
I love that.
That was like the best part of it for me.
Bible.
Just Yeah, that was the best part of me getting more in tune with the man and just tapping into my spiritual side.
Into your higher self.
Exactly.
And you see, like, you in the stadium and everybody's wearing uniform, and you see where you could be. I feel like that was like a glimpse into your future.
Right,
like you there with the yays and the babies and the Vic Mincers and all that. I feel like you was looking at your future right there. Right. And the fact that I feel like that's like, damn, that's like profound. Like, I like even the way that it was all set up, because I feel like if you coming into, like, especially the Donald experience, like, come on, you know, Yeezy, he opened his mouth and millions of dollars just flew off the sky. So I feel like when you step into a room, you like, what would you wear to go to Donda? Like, Charles, what would you wear to go to Donda? I would probably be looking all day long to go to like a Yeezy or to a Jay-Z or whatever's going on. So I feel like he stripped that away, and that's what allowed all of the people, the creatives, to be their true selves, because now they don't have to worry about if I got on new Jordans, if I got on this and that. And that's why for uniforms at school, only because it takes the distraction away, because people judge you on your clothes. Even me, I ain't no real judge, but we judge. Like, people see you, they see what you wear, they judge you, and then they try to establish how to treat you based on what they think you're wearing or what they think you can have or not. And for me, again, my favorite is to be like the bummiest bummy and then turn up and be the flyest and like, oh, what happened? Now you got the favors now. Now you sweat me because you don't know who I am. You don't know, like, I'm the fashion beauty editor of Intellectual Ink magazine. Like when I got on my sweats and I got my hat on or whatever. You don't know that you YGN or whatever. So I think that stripping that away, that's pure right there. And I appreciate you sharing that Donda experience, because that gave me like a whole new respect for Kanye, just as a creative genius, you know. And people can say what they want about, you have to respect creative genius. And I think a lot of times when people knock it and they knock it down, that's because they forgot about their own creative genius. And they see the lack of that creative genius. So it's easier for them to tear you down than to pick themselves up off the floor and do whatever the fuck it is that they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's like what we about at Crew Love. We about elevating black creators. We're about elevating brands. We about cross-pollinating. We about just showing the world that we are here to take up space. Our generation is here. Yeah, I don't even have to say nothing. Y'all see it right here. He has his mission statement. He is telling y'all he is respectful. My nephew ain't got no kids running around in this world. He ain't around here taking motherfuckers' lives. He's out here thriving and creating and just being a free thinker and a person that we raised him to be, and teaching us, because he's teaching me. Like, you know, again, having my show and, you know, writing my magazine article and just doing these things, it was a dream that kind of like lay dormant. But when I see him, and anybody can tell you, I'm always bragging on you. When I see you and I'm like, he is out here, he's doing his thing, that make me want to be like, okay, I can't stop either, because it's about progression. If you stop, that's where the problem lies. Even the slow progress is progress, but when you stop, is where you get stagnated. So we did the Donda, and was that like, so what's the cap of the night? Was the concert? Did I have to like do the listening? Like, what was the cap of the night? The cap of the night was like the last day was the show. Right. You know, so we was there up until the show, because people stayed out there longer than that. Like he couldn't. He was still working. He had a third listening party in Chicago. He had us on tilt. The world was on tilt waiting for this Donda. I'm not gonna lie. So the cap of the night was the listening party, which was the experience where we got to all like basically let our hair down and be like, alright, we get to chill now. Now we can party now. Right. Because he wasn't about that. I could tell that. I like that. He wasn't having like the smoking and drinking, even though like for Fabi, he know that Fabi needed that to like, not to say he needed it, but we gotta get into your creative flow. I get that. I definitely get that. He was like, yo, let the Brooklyn kids, I just call us the Brooklyn kids, let the Brooklyn kids do whatever they want. Yes, because you know Brooklyn, we go wherever we at. You know, we gonna do what we do. It don't matter. But respectfully, you know, we do our shit respectfully. But we need to do what we here to do. So let the Brooklyn kids, let them get high right quick and come back. I ain't gonna lie, Kanye's so funny though. He was like, because they was like, you know, Fabi had took up like the studio. He was in the studio all day, and I guess it was other people that wanted to use the studio. They came in, I was sitting right there. He like, so what y'all niggas scared? Y'all scared doing it? Y'all scared? Go see if he done. Like, yo,
Ye is different. Like he's from Chicago. He's just like us. Like he.
I love that you had that. I love that you. And that's your future because it's gonna be you when you do your parent show and we at the Mercedes Benz and we got WWD and all that because if we don't get them shows, we're gonna fuck around. We're gonna make our own show, and that's gonna be you. And I'm gonna take a tip when we do our retreats. I'm gonna take a tip, and we all gonna be wearing the same shit. So if y'all see an episode of Crew Love and we all got on the same shit, understand that that's how we're trying to tap into our creative niche, because that's how we vibrating on a different level. Tell me what's next for Y Generation. Tell me where they can find you. Tell me what's all your IGs. Tell them everything.
Well, you can find me on IG at Fleet of Goat. It's Fleet of Goat _first Fleet of Goat. Facebook, Fleet of Goat, the website, Y Generation World, at bigcartel.com. Yeah, I feel you can email me, fleetofgoat52@gmail.com.
Get all of it. We don't want no extra emails.
But
business.
What's next for me is to continue to influence and push the culture forward, because that's all we're here to do.
Vibrating on a higher level.
Absolutely.
You already doing that. You are the future of fashion. This is Charlotte's Closet. This is my show, Crew Love. We taking over Fashion Week. We taking over Fashion Month. We taking over Fashion Year. We taking 2022 and beyond. This is our winning season. We on our Buzz Lightyear shit. Infinity and beyond. We taking over for all the 20s. I want y'all to know, hear this voice. And when y'all see YGen taking over, remember this day. Remember he was sitting on the couch talking to Charlotte's Closet. He stepped into this closet for Fashion Week 2021 for Crew Love and Ink Mag TV. Let them know. You can find me on IG, Charlotte's __closet. I am on Twitter at The Curvy Columnist. Ink Mag TV is my YouTube channel. Ink Mag Radio. I have my merch also, which is Crew Love merch, named after my crew.
Go get that.
You know what I'm saying? Go get that. Come back with that.
Right.
So we can take a picture of that. You know, we gotta get our visuals out, because it's all about the aesthetics. It's the aesthetics for me. It's the aesthetics for me. Appreciation, always up. I love you the most. I was there when you came into this world, and it is my extreme pleasure and honor to watch him come into his own as a king. You better keep kinging, nephew. I love you. I love you. Thank you for stepping into Charlotte's Closet.
Yes.
Thank y'all for watching.
Bow. That's it.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
One big fucking